Ladies and gentlemen, please be upstanding for the officers of the college.
Welcome. Please be seated. Well, good afternoon to you all, colleagues, families, friends, ladies and gentlemen. I am Richard Vaughtry, President of the Royal College of GPs, and I'm a GP in Leeds and a member of the Yorkshire faculty. It's my honour to welcome you to this Members and Fellows ceremony today, where we celebrate the success of new members and fellows as they formally enter a new phase in their careers as GPs. I would also welcome my colleagues from the college, Professor Camilla Hawthorne, Dr. Steve Mole, Dr. Tayosi Adenji, and Dr. Anita Pereri. We, along with other Royal College members and staff, are your new professional home in the RCGP. And I hope that you will look to us for support and ideas as you develop in your professional lives. The RCGP has meant a lot to me as a member and played an important part in my career, and I hope it will be the same for you. You now have the opportunity to use your newly achieved membership or fellowship to the full as you go forward in this inspiring, stimulating, and yes, challenging career of general practice. It's 30 years since I was in your shoes when I completed my examination and training. And even after all those years, I still remember clearly how important I felt at the time that time in my life was. For, as I hope it will be for you too, it started me on a journey, not only as a GP, with still lots to learn as I continue to develop my skills in providing care to patients on a day-to-day basis, but also by being a member of this great college. And I've been a member of the college ever since, and I hope you will do the same as your careers progress and develop. For I'm sure that you will find your membership, that you are part of a wonderful, diverse group of professionals who are all learning from one another and supporting one another. For being a member of the RCGP means you are part of an organisation that gives you the opportunity to engage with others who may have shared interests. It gives you the tools to help you with your learning and ongoing training at all the different stages of your career. And it can also give you the chance to shape and improve GP services, not only at a local level, but also influence policies nationally and indeed internationally. You, like me, have the great privilege to be a GP, and there can be few better professions to be part of or a career to pursue. We all know that it can be and is hard work, but it's also immensely rewarding. And throughout it all, please be proud to be a member or a fellow of the Royal College of GPs. So now, let's celebrate this stage of the journey together. Camilla.
Thank you, Richard. And thank you to all of you for joining us today to celebrate and reflect on all you have achieved over the years of training and sacrifice. On behalf of the RCGP, it's a huge privilege to welcome you to the college as fully qualified general practitioners and fellows. So we have some new fellows and we have some awards to give out as well this afternoon. I have the honour of being this college's first ethnic minority woman female chair, so I thought you might like to know a little bit of my story, as perhaps some of you someday will wish to take office in this college, which will really welcome you, as it has me. I grew up in Dar es Salaam in Tanzania, so if anybody speaks Swahili, jambo, habari, how are you? Thank you. My parents came to the UK as international medical graduate doctors in the early 1970s, so my secondary schooling and university were here in the UK. So I'm not an IMG doctor, but I do understand IMG. I didn't know much about the college as a young GP after I got my membership, and living far away from London, to be honest, I didn't really care. But that question that we all ask ourselves, and no doubt you've heard as well, of what do I get for my money, came up to me in the mid-1990s as a young mum with 2 children under 5 living in Cardiff, and over the breakfast table I looked at the annual subscription demand that had come and I asked myself, what do I get for my money? And that actually prompted me to seek value for money, actually go out there and get it for myself. I became an MRCGP examiner in 1997 and have been for many years, a council member in 2002, vice chair for professional development in 2015, and now I'm chair of council of the UK Council. So I suppose my caution to you is be careful what you ask for, because you could end up like me. And wouldn't that would be lovely. It's a fantastic job that I have. The college actually became the structure of my career because I developed an academic medical education side to the work I did while working as a GP all the way through. I've been a GP now for 36 years, so I can trump Richard over there. And GP, general practice, has always remained at the core of what I do and has helped almost everything I've done. And I reckon if you cut me in half and had a look, you'd see it would say GP right through the middle of me. So I would urge all of you to get involved and work with us to maintain and promote the standards that you've worked so hard to reach as members of this college. A first step would be to get in touch with your faculty boards, because they're geographically arranged right across the UK, and go to some of those faculty board meetings and get to know them and get involved. And the second step would be to get in touch with me directly and come as my guest, as a guest observer to one of our council meetings to see what we do, what we talk about, and what sort of business we get involved with. And you would be very, very welcome. And I'm sure that Toyosi as well, when she talks to you, will suggest that you think about getting involved in the First Fives group as well. So it's a hard sell. So being a GP is an extraordinary job, isn't it? It's hard, it's exhausting at times, it can also be very upsetting at times, but it's also at times really exhilarating. You know, in these roles, we share the best and the worst moments of people's lives. We know families and communities in a way that no other medical profession really gets to know. And I often say to my medical students that once I've been through something with them, been through something with a patient, a little bit of that patient becomes a little bit of me, and a little bit of me becomes a bit of that patient. Whenever we meet again, those bits connect, and it's the most fantastic thing. I'm always struck by the trust that our patients put in us. There's no job like our job, and I hope you're proud not just of what you've achieved, but what you do for our patients and our communities. Finally, I hope that you will all grow and flourish in your future careers as GPs. Be kind, care for your patients, those around you that help to get you here, and really importantly, be kind and care for yourselves too. It's really, really important. So I now have the great honour of presenting the first group of new members. So the first is Abida Sherzai. Dr. Sherzai would like to thank their friends and family for all their support. Next, I have Abir Wahid Jasra. Dr. Jasra works as a GP in the northwest of England. He would like to thank his parents and wife for their unwavering support. And next, we have Abira Khalid. Dr. Khalid is a locum GP in North Surrey and southwest London. Her special interests include medical education, sports medicine, and dermatology. She would like to thank her family, friends, and mentors. And next, I have Adubi Enioma. Dr. Enioma would like to thank her husband for being a rock and her children for being amazing throughout her training process. She thanks her parents for the foundation they laid for her and her family and friends for their encouragement. And next, we have Adesola Ogunmola. Dr. Ogunmola would like to thank her family and friends for all their support. And now we have Ahmed Bissal. Dr. Bissal is a salaried GP in Bedford with a specialist interest in musculoskeletal medicine. He would like to thank his supportive wife and sister who've attended with him today, as well as his parents. Now we have Ali Shah. Dr. Shah is a salaried GP in Hertfordshire and gaining accreditation to become a GP with an extended role in dermatology. He acknowledges the invaluable support of family and friends and expresses gratitude for their unwavering encouragement. And now we have Amaru Okechekwu. Dr. Amara is mother to 3 children, a member of the Royal College of Pathology, and works in West Yorkshire. So she's seen the light. She's come over to us. She gives heartfelt gratitude to her family, supervisors, and friends who contributed to the success of this journey. And next, we have Andrew Michael Chia. Dr. Chia works as a salaried GP in Manchester and would like to thank his family and friends. And now we have Anna Lukusa. Dr. Lukusa is a salaried GP in South East London. She has special interests in HIV, women's and children's health. She would like to thank her mother for supporting her, her husband for tireless support and strength, her children and her trainer. And next we have Anne Najuka. Dr. Najuka is a public health practitioner and now a GP. She looks forward to working in the interface between primary care locally and global health. She's thankful to her family and friends for having walked the training journey with her. Next is Anu Kumari Rajput. Dr. Rajput works as a salaried GP in Birmingham. She'd like to thank her supportive family. And now we have An Young Son. Dr. Son is a salaried GP and a GP fellowship in dermatology. She's studying for her postgraduate diploma in clinical dermatology. She thanks her family and friends for their support during her GP training, especially her mother and father. Next is Asad Munir. Dr. Munir would like to thank his family and friends for all their support. Now we have Aye Pew Pew Tame. Dr. Tame would like to thank friends and family for all their support. And next is Bibiana Osheleni Ayegbeni. Dr. Ayegbeni is a newly qualified GP and trained in Bromley, South London. She would like to thank her family and supervisors for their care and support during her training. Now we have Chisomje Ukoha. Dr. Ukoha works as a salaried GP in Bristol. She would like to thank her support system, her husband, parents, and mentor. And now we have Chizube Iloabachi. Dr. Iloabachi is a salaried GP with a special interest in women's health. She expresses gratitude to her family for their unwavering support, extends thanks to her trainers, colleagues, friends, and well-wishers for the support and guidance. Now we have Claire Lee. Dr. Lee works as a salaried GP in Hackney. She would like to thank her parents for their unwavering support and love. And now we have Dira Okeke. Dr. Okeke works as a salaried GP in Lowestoft with a special interest in women's health. She would love to thank her family, friends, and Korean drama for going on this training journey with her. You'll have to talk to her about that afterwards. And next, we have Ebam Ebam. Dr. Ebam works as a salaried GP in Staffordshire. He'd like to dedicate this to his late father and brother, who shared this vision with him. He's especially grateful to his wife, his rock. And now we have Eninomen Osegali. Dr. Osegali would like to thank his friends and family for all their support. And now we have Eleanor Wolfe. Dr. Wolfe works as a GP in London. She would like to thank her mum and brothers for their ongoing support. She remembers her father, who was also a GP. Next is Emmanuel Ngogu. Dr. Ngogu would like to thank his family and friends for all their support through his GP training and as a newly qualified GP. He sends a special thanks to his wife for her support. And now we have Iraj Rizvi. Dr. Rizvi would like to thank his mentors and family for their support in achieving this milestone in his career. Next, we have Ezeldine Abdallah. Dr. Abdallah would like to thank his family and friends for their support during his training. And next is Francesca Louise Mary Burns. Dr. Burns works as a salaried GP in Islington and has an interest in inclusion healthcare. She'd like to thank her parents, siblings, and loved ones for all their support. Now we have Mesa Rosie. Dr. Rosie is a salaried GP in Nottingham, developing a special interest in dermatology. She'd like to thank her parents and loved ones for their support through her training. And next is Habib Adekunle Oyewola. Dr. Oyewola is a salaried GP in Manchester with a special interest in palliative medicine. He would like to express his heartfelt appreciation to his wife for her unwavering support, as well as to his cherished children, parents, friends, and family. Next, we have Hamad Ul-Rehman. Dr. Rehman is a GP partner in Hull. He would like to thank his trainer for helping him to learn the art of general practice and his wife and children for their continuous support. And next, we have Harriet Bellini. Dr. Bellini works as a salaried doctor in Portsmouth. She'd like to thank her husband and parents for their unwavering and ongoing support, as well as her mentors and supervisors throughout training for their input and dedication. Next is Hene Enyi. Dr. Enyi works as a salaried GP in Northampton. She'd like to thank her husband and daughter for their love and support during her training. She also thanks her family, friends, and mentors, and she's looking forward to life on the other side. And next is Tut Wai. Dr. Wai currently works as a salaried GP in Torquay. He'd like to thank his mentor, parents, and sister for all the guidance. Next, we have Humaira Iram Ahmed. Dr. Ahmed works as a salaried GP in Chelmsford with a special interest in dermatology. And next we have Hunpai Handike. Dr. Handike is a GP working in Southampton. She would like to thank her family for their continuous support. And now we have Ikena Ukoha. Dr. Ukoha works as a salaried GP with Nayland and Johnston Surgery in Pembrokeshire, South Wales. He's Welsh, like me. He has interests in geriatric medicine and intermediate care. He would like to thank his wife and mum. Not biased, of course. Next is Ini Sylvester Ife. Dr. Ife is a salaried GP in Herne Bay, Kent. He'd like to appreciate his wife and daughters for their continuous love and support. And next we have Ismail Osoykal. Dr. Osoykal works as a GP in Kent with a special interest in minor operations. He would like to thank his family and his mentor for their support in achieving his MRC GP. Next, we have Jasprit Kaur Johal. Dr. Johal works as a GP in Leicestershire and would like to give thanks to her supportive mum and big brother. And the last one on my list, but by no means the least, is Jessica Ignatius. Dr. Ignatius would like to thank her family and friends for all their support. Ooh, excellent. Not the last. Emmanuel Usakwe. Dr. Emmanuel works as a locum GP all over the UK. He would like to thank his wife. I think he's been all over the UK on his way here. He'd like to thank his wife for her support through a very interesting RCGP training journey. He also thanks his family and friends for their immense love and support through the RCGP training. And we're so pleased that he made it. So congratulations to all of the new members presented so far. And I'm now delighted to pass the lectern over to Dr. Anita Pereira, Chair of the Essex Faculty, to present the new fellows. Thank you.
Thank you, Camilla. I'm delighted to be here, and well done, everyone. Fellowship is an honor in our college. Its award denotes the esteem in which a member of our college is held by their peers. It is a mark of achievement in a GP's career to which we hope every member will aspire. The new fellows today have made a significant contribution to patient care, to the college, or to the discipline of general practice over and above what might reasonably be expected of any member of our college. Being awarded fellowship means that the fellow has brought added value to their career, either by the breadth or the depth of their achievements. Some fellows earn recognition for contributions made in a number of areas over extended periods of time. For others, fellowship is an accolade marking outstanding and far-reaching achievement in a relatively narrow field. A fellow of the college exemplifies our motto, Cum Scientia Caritas, and each is an ambassador for our college's standards and values, and in whom our college is happy to signal its pride. In our specialty of family medicine, it is also important to appreciate the contribution and support of each fellow's family and friends. And on behalf of our college, I want to say thank you. I will now begin the presentation of new fellows. Brendan John Kennedy. Dr. Kennedy has been a GP in Keighley for over 20 years. He is the executive partner for Modality AWC and a GP with extended roles in minor surgery. He would like to thank his wife and family for their support. Deepa Mary Joy. Dr. Joy is a GP partner and trainer at Ancora Medical Practice in North Lincolnshire. She is immensely grateful to her parents, her family, husband, children, and work colleagues for their support in her career. Lee Malpas. Dr. Malpas has enjoyed working with his supportive colleagues in West Kirby and being part of the local community. Patricia White. Dr. White has been a partner for 31 years in a practice on the Wirral. She's also a trainer, lead educator, and appraiser. So Miat Yin. Dr. Yin has devoted his 35-year career to serving patients through his GP work in Ealing and beyond. He has striven to share his knowledge and with medical students by undertaking a teaching role. Suparna Behura. Dr. Behura would like to thank her family and friends for all their support. Tabassum Shah. Dr. Shah is a GP in Peterborough with a special interest in cardiology. He would like to thank his parents and wife. Congratulations to all of our fellows. That brings us to a momentous moment where we recognize our honorary fellows and award winners. I'm delighted to hand over the lectern to Professor Camilla Hotham.
Thank you, Anita. I now have the honour of presenting our first award. This is the RCGP Certificate of Commendation, and it's for GPs or others whose efforts and exceptional contributions can be shown to have helped general practice and primary care achieve better outcomes for patients or for staff. So this is for Professor Adrian Freeman. It gives great pleasure to present the Certificate of Commendation to Professor Adrian Freeman for his outstanding leadership in the development of the MRCGP, the licensing exam for general practice. The GP consultation has been and remains the bedrock of general practice, the forum in which doctor and patients explore the complexity of health and illness. To understand the interactions in ways that allow the doctor's skills to be witnessed and assessed has been a major contribution, and devising a clinical examination to test GP registrars reaching the end of their training and the required high standards of consulting with a huge diversity of patients is quite a test of an examination, leave aside the candidates. Professor Freeman has risen to this challenge not once, but many times. Although he's not only applied his considerable expertise as Professor of Medical Education at the University of Exeter, he's also nurtured an outstanding team of GP professional enthusiasts who, under his guidance, leadership, and steadying hand, have taken the assessment of the consultation through several incarnations, from the video exam of the old MRCGP, i.e. pre-2007, to the RCA, the Recorded Consultation Skills Assessment, and beyond. As lead for the CSA, which preceded the RCA, many fellow examiners remember the annual training conferences where he would lead us through the principles of clinical examination, always illustrated by some of the world's most famous paintings. So I couldn't resist, I've put one up. His knowledge of art was as extensive as his knowledge of medical assessment, and melding the two was an inspiring artwork in itself. It really had to be seen to be appreciated. As if the intellectual task of setting and maintaining standards was not enough, Adrian has also risen to political challenges and emergency challenges, especially during the pandemic, which required emergency and rapid adaptation of the exam in the most pressing of circumstances. As you can imagine, we just couldn't run a face-to-face examination during COVID and lockdown. The RCA was created in just 12 weeks to ensure that GP trainees could be assessed in a transformed situation and appropriately join the workforce. Indeed, over the past 3 years, the exam has allowed well over 6,000 GPs to gain their CCT. That is quite an achievement. For these reasons, the College expresses tremendous thanks and gratitude to the development team, and in particular to their leader, Professor Adrian Freeman, and we congratulate him on this award. May I present to you Professor Adrian Freeman. Congratulations, Adrian. I will now hand over to Steve to continue with the awards presentation.
Thank you, Camilla. So, I now have the honour of presenting the Rose Prize Award. The Rose Prize exists to stimulate interest from independent history scholars and increase knowledge in the history of UK general practice and primary care. We are delighted to present this year's Rose Prize to Dr. Martin Thomas, a retired GP from March in Cambridgeshire. His submission for the prize, entitled "What Did General Practice Fund Holding in England Achieve in the 1990s?", explores the innovative yet controversial funding model which paved the way for a primary care-led NHS before the creation of our now integrated care systems. In his essays, Dr. Thomas described how fund-holding GPs aim to improve standard of patient care by managing budgets for hospital and community services. This was a big shift and changed the dynamics between GPs and consultants, giving GPs greater power in service commissioning and requiring consultants to adhere to negotiated contracts. Dr. Thomas also examined the disadvantages of fund holding, which included a lack of improvement in patient choice, inequity of access to hospital care between patients of fund holders and non-fund holders, and the divisions created between GPs, consultants, and hospital management. Dr. Thomas reminds us that innovation within primary care can be monumental. It can leave legacies which last decades and can also come at a cost. This Rose Prize entry is a thought-provoking and informative exploration of this most interesting period of primary care history, and he is a worthy recipient of this award. Due to the significance of this award, it is my pleasure to welcome Master Apothecary, Dr. Arup Mazumdar, who will present the traditional Rose Bowl to our recipient. If Master Apothecary can come to the stage. Colleagues, please may I present to you Dr. Martin Thomas. Congratulations. Finally, we have the President's Medal. The President's Medal is awarded to a member or fellow who has done most to promote the aims and objectives of the college, but who has not normally already achieved recognition for that contribution from the college. Professor Dom Patterson stands as a beacon for improving medical education, reducing health inequalities, and promoting a career in general practice. Tell you a bit about Dom. So after he trained as a GP in the RAF, Dom joined the Burns practice in his hometown of Doncaster, where he remains a partner, helping transform it into one of the best training practices in the area. Dom is someone whom others follow, and he has become one of the most well-known GP leaders for the Yorkshire region. Dom was central to the formation of Primary Care Doncaster, a collection of GP practices looking after 350,000 patients, and was elected as its inaugural chair. Dom has been a nationally elected council rep on the RCGP Council, and he advocated for you trainees' voting rights. He was also a vocal campaigner for GP as a career, running a campaign called Why GP. And this led him to being named as one of the most influential GPs in the UK. Dom chairs the RCGP's Health Inequalities Standing Group. His work tackling health inequalities includes developing a curriculum for health inequality and in establishing the Deep End GP movement in Yorkshire and the Humber, enabling GPs across the region to look after the most vulnerable patients more effectively. Dom founded the charity Fair Health, which offers health professionals resources to tackle health inequalities and support those most marginalised in our society. Dom has held numerous roles within health education and NHS England. As a primary care dean, he led on race equity in GP training, introduced national fellowships and training programs in health equity. He is currently leading the implementation of blended learning. Despite his achievements, Dom is a humble and modest GP. He quietly yet continually works hard for our profession to ensure the next generation of GPs receives an excellent education and that the most deprived in our nation are cared for. May I present to you President Dom Patterson. congratulations to you all. I'll now invite Dr. Toyosi Adeniji, National First Five Chair, to the podium to continue with the presentation of our new members.
Thank you, Steve. Can I invite my mom and Daniel to come into the auditorium, because my mom has flown in from Nigeria to hear me speak. So just for that bit, and then they can go back out. Right, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Dr. Toyosi Adeniji. I am the National First Five Chair. But let me bring it home. My name is Dr. Oluwatoyosi Eniola Okpeyemi Omo Adeniji Oladeji. And like I said, I'm the chair of all First Fives across the country. For clarification, you are part of that cohort. And I represent all First Five GPs in England and all devolved nations. It's my distinct pleasure to welcome you all to this new members ceremony today. I'm currently a GP partner based in Northampton, and I went straight into partnership post-CCT. Personally, my journey with the college started with training, just like many of you. In fact, all of you. And it wasn't until I got engaged a bit more in my final year that I actually got to win 2 awards from the college, GP Trainee of the Year and the RCGP Bill Styles Award in 2021. And it was at that point I thought, ooh, what does the college actually have to, what does it have for me? And this journey has actually led me through various leadership roles, and more recently, I got awarded as a fellow with the Faculty of Medical Leadership and Management. And I say that for a reason. It's not to brag. It's to remind you that we have all accomplished a lot, but oftentimes we're quick to move on to the next thing. But I want you to take a moment to acknowledge your accomplishments today, as it's a huge deal. I can so relate with the workplace-based assessments and the work that goes into that, the AKT and the statistics you had to learn, and the group and individual practices for the RCA or the SCA. But as you venture into this new phase, please note that you're not alone. There's an African proverb that says, if you want to go fast, you go alone. If you want to go far, you go together. There's a superpower I'd love to empower you with today, and that superpower is the First Five community at the college. Think of it as your main plug. For whatever you hope to achieve within your career, the college is your professional home or your professional club. For whatever you imagine, we've got faculties across the United Kingdom with First Five leads across all faculties. Please engage with them. It's a superpower that I believe is currently being underutilized. Whether it's mentorship for your new journey, whether it's appraisals, whether it's free CPD opportunities, whether it's just having peer support, your membership with the college opens doors of opportunities for you. You will have several opportunities laid before you. But I want you to ensure you enjoy the journey, but also recognize that every season is enriching you and developing you for that next bigger role. People are watching, and the world is waiting for all you've got to offer as a GP with a range of transferable skills. For me, conference was a game changer. And certainly, this is a way to explore what the college has got to offer. And this is my opportunity to also say, I'm looking forward to seeing you at conference later this year in Liverpool. And for the first time in a long time, we're doing a First Five pre-conference just for us to talk about our own issues, and it'll be the day before the main conference, and it's free. So go on there and register. But finally, remember, you are actually the college. Bring your ideas, send your emails through to me. Let's be part of the change that we want to see. A lot of people have been asking me recently, what does the future of general practice look like? And frankly, you are the future. And you have a key role in shaping what that future looks like. Congratulations to every one of you, and I wish you all the best in this journey. Kavir Matharu. Dr. Matharu is a portfolio GP working clinically in Buckinghamshire and also working in healthcare transformation. She would like to thank her mentors, coaches, family, and friends. Kavita Ramanathan. Dr. Ramanathan works as a salaried GP in Ealing. That's fine. She would like to thank her mentor, parents, and partner. Kenechukwu Afudo. Dr. Afudo works as a salaried GP in Beachfield Medical Center, Spalding. He expresses profound gratitude to his parents and siblings, his wife, friends, trainers, mentors, and well-wishers. Congratulations. Madiha Javed. Dr. Javid would like to thank her friends and family for all their support. March Adebayo Adelakun. Dr. Adelakun works as a salaried GP in Wakefield with special interest in women's health and minor surgery. Special thanks to his wife for her unflinching support during his training years and to his family for their prayers. Mohammed Al-Salman. Dr. Salman is a salaried GP in Bearsted Medical Practice with special interest in minor surgery and joint injections. He thanks his mother, wife, and 2 children and owes them an immeasurable debt of gratitude. Congratulations. Muaz Babatunde Tajuddin. Dr. Tajuddin works as a salaried GP in North Derbyshire. He would like to thank his mentor, wife, and parents. Muhammad Riaz. Dr. Riaz would like to thank his family and friends for all their support. Nadia Charmaine Sylvie. Dr. Sylvie is a locum GP in Willsborough Surgery, Ashford, Kent. She thanks her siblings, daughter, and husband for their continuous support. Special thanks to her mother and father for helping her fulfill her dreams. She also thanks her colleagues, friends, and her educational supervisor who helped her achieve her goal. Nai Up Jaw. Dr. Jaw would like to thank his family and friends for all their support. Nei-Wei U. Dr. Nei-Wei U works as a GP in Bury St. Edmunds in Suffolk and is also a fellowship member in the New to the GP program in Suffolk. She's developing a special interest in dermatology and would like to thank her family and colleagues for all their support. Nicole Nichols. Dr. Nichols works in Chesington. She would like to thank her family. Nikita Patel. Dr. Patel is working as a salaried GP in Berkshire. She would like to thank her parents for their unwavering support throughout her journey. Ogenekewe Ogidigben. Dr. Ogidigben works as a portfolio GP in Somerset with a special interest in emergency medicine. He would like to thank his late mom and grandmom, his wife, and other family members for all their support. Onokpe Olakbosi Ogundeji. Dr. Ogundeji works as a salary GP in Wiltshire. He completed his training in Gloucestershire. He would like to thank his family, teachers, and colleagues for helping and supporting him to achieve yet another milestone. Osareme James Edeogun. Dr. Edeogun works as an out-of-hours GP in Yorkshire. He would like to thank his mentors and trainers, his mother and wife for their support and encouragement. Pathipan Ganeshalingam Visvaratnam. Dr. Visvaratnam works as a salary GP in Shepperton. He would like to thank his parents and wife, as well as his supervisors and colleagues throughout his medical career for all the support in achieving his goal of becoming a GP. Pratana Bhat Kanathila. Dr. Kanathila works as a salary GP in Acton. She would like to say a big thank you to her husband, who has been a pillar of support and helped her achieve this milestone. Rabia Sana. Dr. Sana is a locum GP working on site in practices around Berkshire and provides remote consultations for practices in Devon and Hampshire. She is grateful to fulfill the dream of her late parents. She thanks her family and her educational supervisor for their support. Rashid Abdul Rahim. Dr. Abdul Rahim is a GP partner in Northeast England with special interest in mental health and minor surgery. He would like to thank his mentors, wife, children, parents, and family for this achievement. Rose Dunning. Dr. Dunning would like to thank her parents, sister, and loved ones. Ruth Bianca Blizzard. Dr. Blizzard works as a salary GP in Surrey. Her clinical interests include women's health and dermatology. She would like to thank her parents and husband for all their support throughout her medical training. Safina Audu. Dr. Safina currently works as a salary GP in Sheffield with a special interest in women's health. She would like to thank her mentors, family, and colleagues. Sima Khan. Dr. Khan is a GP in Stockton, developing a special interest in dermatology. She believes being a GP is an honor and a privilege. She has worked hard for her achievements and thanks her parents and husband for their constant support. Siyab Kajawal. Dr. Kajawal is a GP in Bedford. She extends heartfelt gratitude to her family for their unwavering support. Shahid Ahmed Ghulam Haider. Dr. Haider is a GP in East London and is developing a specialist interest in medical education. He would like to thank his wife and trainer for their continuous support. Shireen Nabil Hamza El-Borey. Dr. El-Borey works as a locum GP in Southampton with a special interest in medical education. She would like to thank her family, colleagues, and mentor for their support. Smruti Paywaker. Dr. Paywaker works as a salary GP in Congleton with a special interest in adolescent mental health. She would like to thank her parents, brother, and son. Sukhdeep Kaur Chahal. Dr. Chahal would like to thank her family and friends for all their support. Anika Ahmed. Dr. Ahmed is currently working as a sessional GP in Northeast London. She would like to thank her family for their support throughout her medical career. Tafadzwa Makamure. Dr. Makamure works as a salary GP in Preston and would like to acknowledge the support and care he received from his ever-patient wife and friend, without whom he would not have managed to succeed in his studies and look so good doing so. Thanu Ganesh Sunat Muthu Karupan. Dr. Karupan works as a salary GP in Colchester. He'd like to thank his wife, parents, and younger brother for their support. Tolulokpe Abimbola Taiwo. Dr. Taiwo extends her heartfelt gratitude to her family, friends, and trainers whose collective efforts have made this milestone possible. She thanks you for your unwavering support and guidance that was her anchor throughout this journey. Uchenna Chidi Anyanwagu. Dr. Anyanwagu has a PhD in clinical epidemiology and is devoted to primary care research in Newcastle, where he works as a GP. He dedicates this to his daughter, wife, mother, 5 siblings and their spouses, and his 18 nephews and nieces. Umar Benno Malik Tabassum. Dr. Tabassum works as a salary GP in Tunbridge Wells with a specialist interest in emergency medicine. He would like to thank his wife, parents, and mentors for their unwavering support. Valentine Okechukwu. Dr. Okechukwu works as a salary GP in Boston. He also has a diploma in occupational medicine. He would like to thank his wife, mentors, family, and friends. Victoria Cherise Kelly. Dr. Kelly works as a salary GP at the Burnham and Barrows Surgery with a special interest in dermatology. She thanks her husband, mother, siblings, and friends for their unwavering support. William Asamoah Mante. Dr. Mante would like to thank his family and friends for all their support. William McCallier. Dr. McCallier would like to thank his friends and family for all their support. Zara Rockford. Dr. Rockford works as a salary GP in North Yorkshire. She would like to thank her colleagues, friends, and family for all of their support. Zishan Hassan. Dr. Hassan is working as a salary GP in Nottinghamshire. He would like to thank his family and mentor for their support. Ruel Heng. Dr. Heng works as a salary GP in Birmingham with special interest in minor surgery and dermatology. He would like to thank his mentors, wife, and parents. So, congratulations to all our new members today. I'll now invite our president for the final words.
Before we end, I'd like to say that behind every success of our members and fellows, there is a family or friend who have made it possible. I'd therefore like to invite our new members and fellows to stand and turn and face those who have accompanied you today and to give them a round of applause. Thank you. That now brings us to the end of the official proceedings. I would like to invite our new members and fellows and award winners to join us in a group photo just outside the door here. Please follow the party when the music starts, after which family and friends will be able to join us a little later for a drinks reception. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, please be upstanding for the officers, fellows, and new members of the college.